Brian, how many years have you been coming to Sirius Rising?
I think about 15 maybe, maybe longer, maybe a little less. I tend to lose track of time, but I love coming here.
Other than being invited back to perform, what brings you back here? What is it that keeps you coming?
The land is magical. The land itself, the place we're at, I don't know if we're on a ley line or what, but there is something very special about the land itself that we're on. You can feel it coming up through the ground when especially when you're barefoot. In the trees, you can feel it all over. This is a very special place, and the people that run it are always really nice. They've always been very kind to me, and of course they keep asking me back, which I love.
What about the people who come to this thing, the people that you engage with when you're here?
The kind of people that would enjoy a place like this. They're very magical people, a lot of really talented people. It's not just the people that are up on stage that are talented. Everybody has some sort of really amazing talent. I was just talking to somebody that said, "Oh, I don't have any musical talent at all," but he's a rocket scientist. So that is the kind of person that gets attracted to this. And the beautiful, mellow, magical feeling, the glow that you see from people, the big happy smiles, just hanging out at the campsites, it's amazing. And of course the fire is off the hook every Saturday too.
For someone, let's assume that you're talking to someone who has never heard you play, or has heard one or two of your pieces. How do you describe your own music? What do you call it?
Well, I'm a fingerstyle guitar player. I'm just talking about what I do mainly, because I also play electric guitar and all that sort of thing. I just don't do it very often, and I don't do it for a living. I just do it to sit in with other people. But I'm a fingerstyle player, which means playing more than one part at once, and it fills up a lot of space. And I'm a singer-songwriter too, and that's left over from my days in playing rock and roll and being a singer. And I'm combining those things together, which means I don't need a bass player, I don't need a drummer. Sometimes I can add things to it, but if I add too much, it's too much. And I'm playing, music that is spiritual. The instrumental stuff was all based off of nature. I've got 7 instrumental albums out, and just finished my 5th vocal album. And the next vocal album is right on its heels. The stuff's already written, ready to go. And who knows how much I'll write before then, too. See, writing for me is the easy part. I've never had writer's block. I don't understand writer's block. I guess I must be pretty open to the universe or the muses or whatever. My problem is learning the stuff once I've written it. Sometimes I get songs recorded before I actually really know them, because all I have to do is make sure I get the guitar part right and look at the lyrics and then sing the song. But it's not like that for performing live. But how do you describe that? I don't know. I was talking earlier about, each of us being in the eye of our own hurricane. It's easier to let other people describe what I do. You've heard me lots of times. How would you describe me?
Well, the thing that makes an impression on me is, and something that you mentioned, is how often the sun, the moon, the stars, the clouds, and those things become dominant themes in your writing.
Yeah, and even when you're talking about a love song, or human interactions, all of that stuff is part of it, because that stuff's important to me. Just like love is very important, the way love and nature intertwine is perfect. There is no mistake in that. The mistakes we make are as human beings ignoring nature, ignoring the life and spirit around us, and that's when human beings get into trouble.
Now, I noticed that there are appreciative audiences And then there are audiences that really love what they're hearing. And like I was at the performance last night, and I'm there doing the photography, and I'm really focused on that. But I'm also hearing the audience response, and you can hear that they're not just appreciative; they're really enjoying and they're really loving what you're putting out for them.
That's nice to hear, because when you're on stage like this and you got the lights in front of you, it's hard to tell what people are doing, what they're saying. Of course, I can't hear them, which is good because it would throw me off. But it's nice to hear that, because I don't usually know unless somebody comes right up to me and tells me. But like I said, I have my own hurricane. I don't know how what I do affects other people unless they say it directly to me.
But it really does seem to resonate, and I think that's one of the reasons why they keep asking you to come back, because they know you're clicking with the audience.
That's good. It's good to know. I've just I love coming here. My first Starwood and festival of this type was here. Before I was playing in rock bands and released my first solo album, acoustic album, in '97. And it took a while, but I finally found this place, and it found me, and it's been nonstop ever since. I play a lot of festivals. I travel all over the place, and these are my favorite things to do. I love coming here. I love interacting with these beautiful people. Like I said, we're all attracted to this place. We all sense that magic that's inherent in what we're walking on and the sky that we're under. I remember seeing an amazing lightning storm here, and people were outside cheering it. Like they would fireworks or a big rock band. They were cheering the lightning because it was so beautiful. And that's the kind of place this is.